The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
And good morning here at 5 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher. 17 News is your local election headquarters. California Congressman Devin Nuñez's announcement that he's retiring from Congress could potentially alter the Central Valley's political terrain on a national level. But questions surrounding retirement are hitting even closer to home. While the future of Kern's 5 district boundaries may be solidified for the next 10 years, the future of one supervisor isn't so clear. District 3 Supervisor Mike Maggard's fate on the board has drawn significant questions, and yet as we approach 2022 elections, with his seat on the ballot, answers have been less plentiful.
Well, I'm going to make a decision and announce that after the holidays.
Is there a reason that you're waiting till after the holidays?
I'll do it when I think it's the appropriate time to do it.
Maggard's plan to announce whether he'll seek another term comes amid speculation his chief of staff, Jeff Flores, is waiting in the wings to take his place. Flores told us Monday he would be honored to run for the slot, noting that is only if his boss decides to step back. Former CHP Assistant Chief Brian Smith has also expressed an appetite to bid for the seat. He tells 17 News he's motivated to run and working on a campaign. The other supervisor position that will be on the 2022 ballot is District 2. That seat has been held by Zach Scrivener since 2010.
Bakersfield First Ward City Council member Arias has thrown his support behind Louis Gill in the race to unseat Kevin McCarthy. The announcement came shortly after County Supervisor Leticia Perez and State Controller Betty Yee also announced endorsements for Gill. Gill is the former CEO of the Bethany Services, which runs the Bakersfield Homeless Center and Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Arias says Gill exudes leadership, humility, and integrity, and he can't wait to see what Gill will accomplish for Kern if elected to Congress.
The city of Bakersfield, meantime, is hosting an online workshop on the ward redistricting process today. The city council wants to hear from you on how these boundaries should be drawn. They're also gathering feedback on communities of interest, such as senior citizens and LGBTQ communities. It's happening at 6 p.m. The link to join the workshop is available on the city's ward redistricting page. You can scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
Now to the coronavirus pandemic in Kern County, and our local public health department reported 189 new cases yesterday and 3 new deaths. More than 1,800 people have died of COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic. State data shows 138 people are in the hospital, 34 more are in the ICU.
Although the Omicron variant of COVID-19 is of primary concern for those looking to head off another surge in cases across the county, so far Kern has no confirmed cases of that variant. But public health officials say that doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared.
While there are no identified cases of Omicron in Kern County as of now, Omicron is actively circulating in neighboring counties, so it's likely only a matter of time before it's identified here.
Officials say the best way to protect yourself is get vaccinated. And local kids ages 5 and up have the chance to get vaccinated today. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Kern County are holding a free vaccine clinic for kids from 4:30 to 7:30 at the Armstrong Youth Center on Niles Street. For more information, visit the website bgclubsofkernccounty.org. Your time now is 5:06, 3 decades. That's how long the people of Kern County have been actively and generously supporting Bakersfield Memorial Hospital ever since it joined forces with Children's Miracle Network with the express intent of improving medical care for kids in Kern County.
Yeah, in just the span of 30 years, your donations to BMH and CMN have helped create what essentially is a hospital within a hospital in the Lawrence Small Children's Center. And today is the day we extend that mission of enhancing pediatric medical care. And as TV17 hosts our annual CMN Day of Giving, here to get it all started as usual, we've got 17's Tammy Melchok and Jim Scott full on caffeinated this morning because it is an early start to this Wednesday. But Jim and Tammy, I know that you don't even need the coffee because today is an exciting day.
That's right. Absolutely right. It's worth being up this early.
I know, and I'm so excited. I really don't need the coffee, but it'll come in handy later. I know that, Maddie and Alex. 30 years of giving in the spirit of the Golden Empire, as we like to say, and it is nothing short of remarkable what has transpired at Memorial Hospital since this partnership with Children's Miracle Network was formed back in 1991. An astounding $12.5 million in total philanthropy been donated to the hospital by you, our viewers, and our business partners to this cause over the last 3 decades.
And that money has been used to purchase state-of-the-art equipment to raise the bar on the quality of medical care for kids here at home so they can be cared for here at home and not at a hospital far from home.
It's all about providing certainty in these uncertain times, no doubt about that. A hospital within a hospital, as Alex mentioned, where you can count on getting the care your child needs. You just never know when you might need it. More than 21,000 families learned that this past year. That's how many children were treated at Lawrence Small Children's Center for a whole host of health issues in 2021. One way to look at it is to consider your pledge to CMN today a down payment on the pediatric medical services you might need one day.
And we have volunteers that are standing by right now. Robin Woodward with CMN is at the phone bank. Our friends from Sunrun Solar are on their way to man the phone banks this morning. They are huge supporters of Children's Miracle Network. Of their franchises across the country, the sales staff at Sunrun Solar in Bakersfield raised the second largest contribution to CMN, $10,000. Wow. Only their franchise in San Diego raised more money. Also joining the team, American General Media and Kern News Talk Radio 1180. Talk show host Scott Cox is up early this morning asking his loyal listeners to make a donation to CMN today. And our Spanish radio partners, La China and El Cascabel with 96.4 FM La Caliente, are back with us again this year, and their listeners always make a huge positive impact on our day of giving. And there's always a lot of excitement, too, with that station. It gets very loud up there.
No doubt about it. They're a huge part of our team effort. This has always been a team effort, and it always will be. We'd love to hear from you. You're part of the team as well, especially from our longtime early bird team members, the ones that call in those first pledges. You know who you are. Call this number, 336-0500. Make that early pledge today, or you can text your donation to KGT at 51555.
And you can also become a miracle maker. When you pledge just $20 a month for the next year, we'll give a plush stuffed bear.
They're all over.
For all these animals here from our friends at Walgreens in your name to a child being cared for at Lawrence Small Children's Center. And remember, every dollar pledged in Kern County stays right here in Kern County.
Making news around the nation, tension continues to build, and so do Russian troops along the Ukraine border this morning. President Biden reportedly delivered a stern warning to Vladimir Putin yesterday. The White House and Kremlin have very different interpretations of the call, but one thing both sides agree on, the 2-hour discussion was tense. During the video conference, aides say President Biden voiced deep concerns about the buildup of troops and weapons, warning President Putin the U.S. will respond with strong economic and other measures if the escalation continues. Biden left open the possibility of adding troops to the U.S. presence already on the ground in the region. Putin claims that Ukraine is provoking the situation.
He doesn't get to bully the people of an independent nation into submission.
As I look at Russia, I'm concerned that their ambition does not stop with Ukraine.
Officials in the Ukraine are reportedly asking the U.S. for more equipment along with guidance and strategic help from U.S. military leaders.
The House last night passed a bill that could make it easier for Congress to raise the debt limit. The Protecting Medicare and American Farmers from Sequester Cuts Act passed 222 to 212. Illinois' Adam Kinzinger was the only Republican to break ranks and vote with all Democrats for the bill. If signed into law, the bill would change the rules to allow the Senate to, just this once, lift the debt limit with a simple majority vote. The bill also delays automatic Medicare cuts.
Making headlines around the state this morning, 13 people were hurt in a crash last night after being chased by U.S. Border Patrol agents in San Diego. A Border Patrol spokesperson said agents began chasing a pickup truck when the driver refused to pull over. Multiple passengers were ejected from the truck when it crashed, one of them taken away from the scene in a helicopter. The rest were taken to area hospitals. An investigation is underway.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.